Hi, I'm Doreen, and you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I really like making crafts. But the thing is, not everyone's talented in that area. And with Facebook and Pinterest and all that stuff, it gets to be a little bit intimidating. You see all this stuff, people look like they're making birthday cakes out of mud and toothpicks, for gosh sakes. And, that's just not reality. People taking pictures and editing and all this stuff. And it makes you feel real bad when you can't make those kind of crafts. So I've got something really easy that everybody can make. If you know a triangle from a square, you can make what I'm about to show you how to make. So yeah, let's make some fucking paper flowers. So this is actually a flower that I made today. I actually just made it a few minutes ago. And it's a paper flower. It's made of a thicker cardstock than what we're going to use today. It's a little bit more advanced, and we're not going to make this one today. We're going to make something with some newspaper, actually. Because, this is, like I said, this is a bit more challenging. And for those dipshits out there that, can't fold a piece of paper without fucking getting stabbed, it's a bit tricky, right? So we're going to just start off with something a little bit more basic, but I wanted to show you that in a few years' time, with your folding and all that shit, you're going to be able to make a rose just like this, okay? It's gorgeous, it's real classy. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make it out of newspaper, and those ones look like this. They're not bad. They're not bad. So, and you're going to feel real good about yourself after this. You can make a whole gosh darn bouquet of newspaper roses, because everybody's got a newspaper somewhere, right? If you don't have a newspaper and you've got some lovely gift wrap, you can make something like this too, right? Some different kind of varieties there, or you could even make a mishmash, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, all right? So I'm going to show you what you need to make some lovely newspaper flowers. Right there. There you go. You're going to need a pair of scissors. They don't have to be the sharpest kind, okay? They don't have to be the sharpest scissors in the drawer, because we're cutting through newspaper, so you can pretty much cut through that with your fucking pinky nail, right? Now, I am very against violence of any kind. I don't really like even saying the word gun, but this doesn't have any bullets. It's a glue gun, and it's literally going to shoot out some glue. It's going to be hot. So you want to make sure that you're at the mental capacity of a person that could, use a glue gun properly. And then, of course, there's a big knife. The biggest knife you got, you're going to grab that. You're just going to hold on to it, okay? You're going to keep it close by because you never know when you're going to need it. And then, of course, a newspaper. Okay, so now for the steps. The first step is you're going to use your scissors to cut some squares out of your newspaper. Now, the thing about squares is that they have 4 equal sides, and if you didn't know that, you should fucking stop right now, okay? Because this is a bit over your head. So the thing about these squares is they don't have to be exactly the same size, but you want to make sure that they're pretty darn close, So here's where it gets a little tricky. We're going to turn these squares into triangles. And of course, I'm going to show you exactly how to make this square into a triangle, because if I just say fold it in half, gosh darn it, you're going to end up with a rectangle. So what we're going to do is take it like this. It looks like a diamond, right? We're going to fold it like this diagonally, and it's going to become a triangle. Just watch and see. Now, if you find that you didn't actually make a legit square, like myself, because I didn't measure, sometimes I just don't. I just freestyle it, right? So if you find that you didn't make a real square and you see all these edges all over the place, you know what you're going to do? You're going to just trim it off. Just trim it off. Or you can measure, really, and just have a real square. Just save this step here. I should probably just do that. So now I have a triangle, okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold this triangle again, okay? You're going to do it like this. It doesn't really matter what point you put where, as long as you fold it again. Just fold it again and make a smaller triangle, basically, right? Now, surprise, surprise, you're going to do it one more time, okay? You're going to do it one last time. You're going to make another triangle. And here we go. So that's folding that square into a triangle with 3 times, okay? 3 times. I don't know if I held up 3 fingers. I'm a little drunk. So 1, 2, 3 times. There we go. Now, you have your little triangle here, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to notice that one side opens, like a little book, like a little story. And the other side, it doesn't open, right? It's a closed edge. So you're going to hold it like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut it around just like this, almost like a little teardrop, you know? You might see tattooed on someone's face next to their eye. Just like a little teardrop, little petal shape here with the point on the bottom. We're not going to do the stem today because that's a whole fuckload of other stuff we have to do. But I'm just going to show you how to make a basic flower. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open this right on up. Okay? See how that looks? That's nice and pretty. You can tell it's going to be a flower. You just know it, huh? So the next thing we do is we do that again with our other 2 squares. We're going to do the exact same thing, and I'm actually not going to do it right now because I just did that shit. And if you need to see how to do it again, just rewind it, okay? Okay, so now I have 3 little flowers, right? They're all not the same actually at all because, like I said, I didn't measure. But you know what? It's going to give your flower some character anyway, right? We can make it work. So now that you have your 3 flowers, okay, I would like you to count the petals. This might be confusing for people who can't count and who can't math, okay? But we're going to count them together. We're not going to count the hearts. They're the petals, right? So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 petals, okay? Can you guys count that? You see that there? Okay, so what we're going to do is on the first flower, we're going to cut out 1 petal. And that does not mean 1 heart. It means 1 little gosh darn petal, okay? But you're not going to throw that little guy away. You're going to keep it, okay? So keep that little guy there. And now you notice there's 1 petal missing on this one, okay? The second one, we are going to cut out 2 petals. So if you want to see it as a heart, you can do that. By all means, please. Cut out this little heart here because that's 2 petals. Now, if you separate these petals, then please stop right now because I told you not to separate them. Keep them as a heart just like this, okay? Just like that, and everything's going to be good, okay? Now, if you see the pattern and you can count, how many petals are we going to cut off this one? First one was 1 petal, the second one was 2 petals, and the third one is, that's right, 3 petals. If you said something different, please go jump off a bridge. Okay, so we've got 3 little petals here, okay? And here's all the pieces you have. If you know how to math, like I said, you can count how many pieces you have. You've got this flower here missing a petal. You've got this one missing 2 petals. And then you got this gosh darn one here missing 3 petals. You've got the single one, like the teardrop tattoo. Those are so lovely, right? And you've got this one here as a little heart. And then you got this one that's like a triple nipple kind of situation here. Let's call it 3 tits, okay? We're going to use our glue gun to put our flowers together with our thin, very thin newspaper. And I really want to highlight that this newspaper is quite thin, so you don't want to burn your fucking fingers off, okay? You're going to take, remember that piece where you cut off just 1 of the petals? You're going to take this one here, okay? Now, what you're going to do is it's going to make like a little, not a cone, but more like a circular shape, okay? And, you know, if you don't know what a circle is, God love ya. So we're going to take our glue gun. It's nice and hot now. We're going to put some glue right along the edge of this petal here. See where I put that glue? And then you're just going to take it and you're going to overlap that petal just like that. See how I did that? Don't know what my hand's supposed to do, but I see this on YouTube all the time. Oh, there we go. We're going to do the same thing to all of our petals. The next one here is missing 2 petals, right? It's common sense now. If you can't get these steps, then, geez, I really feel for you. I just glued it again. I put a glue along a seam thing, and here we go. It's like a little cup. This is what I use my knife for. I kind of just stab the glue off of it, just in a real non-threatening way. You've got this piece here. It's got just 3 petals on it. It's just gonna make a smaller little circular cone thing like I was just doing, you know. Can you see that? It gets a little trickier. We just have our little heart. We're gonna roll it right up, make it even smaller, but there's gonna be something inside that still. It's like those little Russian dolls. They never end. And then this one here, our little teardrop here. Now, you're just gonna roll that right up. Doesn't even matter what it really looks like. So here's my tiny little thing. You know, and essentially, if you've noticed, if you can roll a doobie, you can pretty much make a paper flower. Find your biggest flower, okay? Then you're gonna find your second biggest flower, okay? So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals on it, okay? I'm counting individual ones, not hearts, okay? Then there's gonna be one that has 5 petals on it. That's gonna go right inside this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here, okay? We're gonna put a big glob of glue on that, just on the bottom, just on that little cone tippy part. And we're gonna shove that right in and try not to burn ourselves again. Okay, look at this, 2 for 2. We're gonna fold down these little petals here. Just roll them down, just a little bit, doesn't have to be a big detail. Just on the first 3 layers of the original ones, not the little 2 petal and the 1 petal and the 3 petal, just the 3 pieces for the base of the flower. It just gives it a more natural look. You know, as natural as a newspaper flower can look, I guess. So this one's gonna go inside the last 2 that we just made, okay? You're gonna put a big glob of glue on the bottom of this one too. Just like this. Shove it on in there. Oh, fuck, that's hot. Okay. You're gonna take your next biggest piece, which was this one here, right? Your little cone. Same thing, you're gonna put the glue on the bottom of this one. You don't have to worry about folding any petals back on this one because it's getting quite little and it's pretty pointless. So you're gonna shove that right there in the middle. And then you're gonna take your next one again. Pretty repetitive. Fuck's sakes, I burnt myself again. Okay. That tiny little guy here, we're just gonna shove that right in the middle. So, this is the finished product. You just made yourself a little paper flower. Look at that. This one kind of looks like shit. If I just squish it a bit. This one's a lot better. Let's go with this one. That's how to make paper flowers, and I hope you have fun and believe in yourself and know that you can actually make a craft off of Pinterest and off of YouTube now. So congratulations. See you next time. They kind of all look like vaginas, you know, but